This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what you need to know today. Armenia's Prime Minister will hold first-of-their-kind three-way talks next month with the head of the European Union and the United States' top diplomat, a senior Armenian official confirmed today. As the country's turn to the West continues to accelerate, Nikol Pashinyan, Ursula von der Leyen, and Antony Blinken will meet in Brussels in the first week of April, Armenia's security chief told the country's Armen press news agency today. They plan to discuss aspects of trilateral cooperation that will contribute to Armenia's development and strengthen Armenia's resilience, Armen Grigoryan said. No additional details were immediately made available. In recent months, senior officials in both Brussels and Washington have hinted at the possibility of joint EU-US efforts to support Armenia. Last year, a senior State Department official suggested that could include preferential trade agreements or better access to Western markets. Armenia's westward turn comes as the country's ties with Russia, its traditional security guarantor and main economic partner, continue to fray. Earlier this month, a Russian government spokesperson warned of irreparable damage to relations between Yerevan and Moscow. Armenia remains committed to nuclear power and continues to explore options to replace its current Soviet-era plant, which is set to be decommissioned next decade. That's according to Pashinyan, who made the remarks today in a speech to world leaders at the first-ever Nuclear Energy Summit in Brussels. Nuclear energy plays an important role for Armenia and helps implement actions defined by the Paris Climate Agreement. Nuclear energy symbolizes and strengthens our sovereignty, he said, while failing to mention that Armenia's sole nuclear power plant is managed in collaboration with Russia's state-run atomic energy company. Continuing, Pashinyan pledged to continue close cooperation with both the International Atomic Energy Agency and partner countries to maintain his country's transparent and open policy for the safe and peaceful use of nuclear energy. Last year, the head of the United Nations Nuclear Agency stressed Armenia's nuclear power plant meets international safety standards, pushing back against objections by Turkey to the facility's continued operation. Metsamor, the only active nuclear power plant in the South Caucasus, plays a crucial role in Armenia's energy sector, meeting about 30% of the country's domestic energy needs. The Soviet-era plant's lifespan has been repeatedly extended under consecutive Armenian governments. Pashinyan plans to keep the plant running until 2036. France's newly appointed prime minister has called on Azerbaijan to withdraw its forces from Armenia and accused Moscow of seeking to punish Yerevan for its westward turn in some of his clearest remarks on the region to date. The challenge today is to help Armenia defend its independence, its democracy, and its territory. In a word, its sovereignty, Gabriel Attal was quoted as saying by France's Le Figaro newspaper yesterday. Continuing, Attal accused the Kremlin of wanting to punish Armenia because it has chosen democracy and the rule of law, and slammed Russia's peacekeepers in Nagorno-Karabakh for allowing a humanitarian crisis to happen there by failing to prevent Azerbaijan's lightning offensive against the region last year. Amid Armenia's westward turn, France has emerged as one of the country's strongest supporters on the international stage. Last year, Yerevan and Paris signed a first-of-its-kind arms deal that enables Armenia to buy radar systems and other military equipment from French defense manufacturers. On a historic visit to Armenia last month, France's defense minister suggested his country is willing to add short, medium, and long-range missiles to the deal as well. You can also check out the latest episode of CivilNet's Weekly Insight series. This week, host Eric Hakopian breaks down the results of the latest public opinion polling in Armenia and explains what the findings mean for the country moving forward. He also provides a fresh update on the state of the country's burgeoning tech sector. You can find the full broadcast through the link in the video description below or up now at civilnet.am. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 20. That's Armenian-American chess grandmaster Levon Aronyan's current world ranking. Aronyan made headlines this week when he swept this year's American tournament, taking home the cup's grand prize of more than $100,000. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.